I'm 23 years old and I don't have a driver's license. I can't be living like this anymore. This will be my 4th time obtaining my permits. It's embarrassing. I want to face my fear. What if I hit somebody? What if I hit somebody else? What if I kill us? What if I kill somebody else? When I have a panic attack, everything just shuts down. Like all of a sudden I just can't breathe. Hey everybody. My camera is dead. It's 10:07 a.m. and it feels like 7 a.m. My camera is dead. I am exhausted. So I'm filming on my phone right now just because I wanted to film. So I'm not gonna let it stop me. I know it's really dark in here, and it's really dark in here because I just can't. There's a hair in my mouth. I just cannot bring myself to turn on the rest of the lights. Like I'm too tired. That might make it might wake. Get a word out of your mouth. It might wake me up to do so, though, I'm realizing. But also, like, then you'll really be able to see my mess. I think I am going to turn on the light behind me. Hang on. I'm, like, literally so dead right now. I don't even know why. Like, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling right now. 2 contact boxes open, and they both have, okay, sure. Having to be a person, which I hate. It's probably my least favorite thing about being alive. If we still had the trade and barter system, I would not be, I feel like it'd be less overwhelming. Because then I could just like be a crafts person and like be at peace and like not worry so much about like what's going to happen. That's so ominous, but like y'all know what I mean. Like also look at my hair right now. I look like a who. I actually do kind of look like a who. Like my facial, like I kind of look like a who. I'm not mad about it. I think the Who's are kind of cute. Oh, my coffee. I almost forgot about her. I'm trying to remember what the last video I posted was, because sometimes I record something and then I edit it and then I'm like, I don't like this. Like, this wasn't entertaining to watch, and then I throw it out. Like, I only post stuff that I watch and I'm like, yeah, that was, I would watch that. If I wouldn't watch it, I throw it out. So I'm kind of in the trenches right now. Reason being, I don't know, I just have a lot going on. Well, I hate when they do this, and there's just a lot of stuff, and there's just like a lot of what ifs and like things that I don't have solidified, and like stuff that I have coming up that doesn't feel real, and like in the sense that it kind of snuck up on me. Today I have to go and I have to get my driver's permit. You might be thinking, well, aren't you like an adult? Yeah, yes, I am an adult. I'm 23 years old and I don't have a driver's license. And I'm trying to fix that. And I know that's like, I don't know, it's like really embarrassing actually for me. It's really embarrassing. And so you might be thinking, well, like, why don't you have a license? Like, why didn't you just get it when you were 16 like everybody else did? I ask myself that question every single day. But like, the real answer is like, so the first time I got my permit, I've had my permit 3 times. I know, okay? But like, just not everybody can be in a fucking movie, okay? And do things when they're supposed to do them. Also, I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick and then I'm gonna do my skincare. I think I wanna try straight brows. So I'm gonna like shave the tail off. I don't know how it's gonna look on me. It might look ugly, it might look bad, but I don't care, fuck it. I say is, if I pass this test, I'm gonna get my picture taken. But yeah, so this will be my 4th time obtaining my permits. Basically, I have this fear of driving. So when I first got my permit when I was 16, the youngest you can get it in Missouri is 15. Is that true everywhere? I don't know. The youngest you can get it in Missouri is 15. It's valid for 6 months. So I think what I did was, and then after 6 months, like it expires and you have to get it again. So what a lot of people do is they'll wait till they're like 15 and a half and then get the permit and then get 6 months of practice, and then when they turn 16 get their license. And that was my plan. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm just gonna wait to get my permit, because if it's only valid for 6 months, I'm not gonna renew that. You know what I mean? Side note, anybody with a septum piercing, like the condensation it kills me sometimes. It feels like my nose is running, and so then I like try to blow my nose and nothing and then I realize it's because like there's condensation on my jewelry, and that's what's making it do that. Anyway, so that was my original plan. How am I doing this? I always have to mark it out with like eyeliner or something. I'm sorry. I've looked so much more ridiculous on the internet. My mom took me driving. She took me to a parking lot, and I was fine in the parking lot. Like, I was getting some things down. And then the parking lot we were in, like, kind of had, you could kind of go, it was like adjacent to a main road, but it was like a really, really small road. And so one day she was like, let's go on the road, like, just because there was not really anybody on it. And she's like, let's go on the road. And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going on that road. She made me. But she was like, you're literally gonna be fine. I'm in the car. I will pull the emergency brake. It's fine. And I'm like, what if I hit somebody? What if I hit somebody else? What if I kill us? What if I kill somebody else? What if I kill an animal? I don't think I grasped like the full extent of my anxiety, because I really only clocked my anxiety getting really bad when I got to college. Like, COVID really exacerbated it. And then once I didn't get COVID until 2020, for the first time until 2022, I think, which is funny, or not. It's not funny actually at all, but it's interesting. Anyway, so one day she's like, let's go on this main road. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna pull the emergency brake if something happens, and you're gonna be fine. And so I'm like, okay, fine. And so I literally just, and it's, mind you, it's a little road, two-way traffic. In hindsight, like, actually, it's funny because I actually feel like I could do it now, and I haven't even driven in years. So I go on the road, and like, you know what, it's actually fine, but there's like another car, there was like another car on the road, like on the other side, because it's two-way traffic. I'm just like, oh my God. And then I realized that I was fine in the parking lot. I'm fine when nobody else is around. But once it's time to like get on that road, I don't know what's going on, girl. I feel like I'm not in control of the vehicle, and it's just really, really scary for me. Basically, after that, I got too scared / I got too busy, because I was busy in high school. Like, I had theater. I don't know. I was busy. My girlfriend could drive, so it was kind of like, ugh. After I finished high school, and I was in college. My first year of college, I was class of 2020. And so my first year of college was in 2020. This stupid eyebrow razor. I lived on campus. I didn't really like need a car. I didn't really need to drive. So I just still didn't have my license. And then I got my permit, I think, for a second time, maybe my sophomore, or maybe I did get it again my freshman year of college. But I was at college, and like, I went to college in a different state, and so there was nobody, and it was COVID, so it's like there was nobody to teach me, there was nobody for me to practice with. I'm not sure why I got the permit again. Like, I genuinely don't know. But that was the second time. What does this look like? Oh yeah, that looks about right. I feel like maybe I was a little bit overzealous about at the tail. I can fix that. Yeah, I got it for the second time when I was in college, and then I didn't do anything with it because there was nobody around to teach me, plus I was still scared and I didn't want to admit it. And like, you're probably wondering, well, what was the anxiety? Because it can't possibly like be that bad. And it's like, I don't even know how to describe the magnitude of the anxiety. I really don't, because nobody else gets it. For most people, like, driving is so natural to them. It comes so easily to them. Like, it's like a second, like, even when they're first learning, it's like, okay, I don't really know what's going on and I'm learning, but like, these concepts make sense to me, and I understand how to do this and this and this, and like, I understand how to check everything and like be paying attention to all these different things at once. And for me, that's just like not something that comes naturally to me. It's not a natural skill. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. But also I have really bad like spatial awareness, and so I'm always afraid that I'm gonna fucking hit something. But the best way that I can describe the fear that I still have, by the way, that I'm just trying to fucking get over, because the fear is hurting me more than driving ever actually has. So, but the best way I can describe it is, I'm afraid that I'm gonna kill somebody else, or myself, or both of us, or like, okay, I'm less scared that I'm gonna kill an animal. I love animals. Like, that's just so terrifying. I know it sounds ridiculous. But it's like, every time I get in the driver's seat of a car, I'm like, this is a heavy piece of machinery, and like, I'm responsible for my life and other people's lives when I'm in charge of this thing. And I understand that a lot of people are gonna be like, that's fucking stupid. I agree with you. What time number am I on? I feel like you can't see me when I'm over here, sorry. The third time that I got it was after I graduated college. I was like, okay, third time's a charm, finally gonna do it. And also, like, I had turned, how old was I when I graduated college? I was 21. I was gonna turn 22 the summer after I graduated. So I was also like, well, like, I'm 21 now. So it's like, damn, like, I need to be like independent, like, this time, the reason why I'm nervous and anxious today, actually, this time, so the first time I ever took the permit test when I was 16, it was so easy. It was so easy. I didn't study. I think I maybe missed one on the test. Like, it was the easiest thing ever. And then when I went to take it for the second time when I was in college, I didn't study again. Because why would I, when the first time it was that easy? It was so much harder. And like, I think I passed by the grace of God. There's 25 questions, you can miss 5 of them. I think I missed 4. I think I missed like 4 of them. So I came close and I was like, wow, that was really hard. And then the third time that I took it, I studied. I failed the first time. And so I had to go back another day and try again. And then I passed. And that was really embarrassing. My mom, she took me out to practice or whatever. And where I live, it's like it's suburban, but it's like, I'm not in a city, but I'm close to a city. It's like there are a lot of narrow streets and streets that should be one way, but they're 2-way, but the streets are really narrow. And there are schools everywhere. Like, kids walk to school all the time. You actually have to pay for the bus. You have to pay extra money for your kid to take the bus, because I live in an area that's pretty relatively walkable, so it's like they charge extra. The school district charges extra. And so this one time that she took me practicing, we were driving, she was like, let's just go. I don't know why she didn't take me to a parking lot. I feel like she should have, because I hadn't driven in so many years. She was like, let's just like drive around the neighborhood a little bit, you're gonna be fine. Also, a key part of this is that sometimes, like, I freak out in the car. Like, I'm in the car and I freak out. I start panicking behind the wheel. And another fear that I have is that I'm gonna have a panic attack behind the wheel, and I'm gonna be driving and I'm just gonna like I'm gonna crash, because when I have a panic attack, everything just shuts down. And like, it's dangerous. It is dangerous for me and for other drivers on the road for me to be experiencing a panic attack. Like, God forbid I'm on the highway and I start having a panic attack. Like, they just slam me in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden I just can't breathe. We're driving on a street that is one of those really narrow streets that should be a one-way street, but it's a 2-way street. And so there are people, and it's weird because on some streets you're allowed to park on both sides. On some streets you can only park on one side. And this was a street where it's a 2-way, but it should be a 1-way, and they're allowed to park on both sides of the street, which is, it doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. And so I'm like driving and we get to this one spot. There was a car parked on one side of the street, and then there was like a delivery vehicle, so like a mail truck, or I think maybe it was like a UPS truck or something like that. And so I'm like, I don't think, and I have bad spatial awareness, and so it was narrow enough where like the mirrors were gonna be like pretty close on either side, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit something. And I wasn't trying to be dramatic. I wasn't trying to do any of that. I genuinely thought I was going to hit something, and I was like, I'm gonna take out one of your mirrors. I'm gonna take out one of their mirrors. I'm gonna scratch something. Like, I don't have good enough spatial awareness to get this close. And she was like, no, you're gonna be fine. Just go really slow. I'll look on this side, you look on that side. You're gonna be okay. I did make it through, but I started to panic and I started to cry. And then we got home after that, and I was like, I don't want to go again. I never want to do it again. I think that in a sense, it's almost like agoraphobia, where it's like a lot of the fear comes from panicking while you're like in public and whatever. Like, it's less a fear of going out in public and more a fear of like what's going to happen once you're out in public. I think that's kind of how I am, where like it's less a fear of driving but more what's going to happen. like once I get in the driver's seat. A lot of this really is like illogical and like it's dumb. It's dumb. I get that it's dumb. But unfortunately it's just something that I have to deal with. Yeah, and my permit expired for the 3rd time. And so I've been working really hard on my mental health. And long story short, I'm finally at a place where I feel like I can manage my anxiety and I have the tools to be able to manage my anxiety. Also, I want to face my fear. Like I said before, the fear is harming me more than driving ever has. And so I think that I can conquer it. I think that I can conquer it, but like I have to take the steps. So today I'm going and I'm getting my permit for a 4th time, and then I'm going to take lessons. And am I embarrassed? Yeah, it's embarrassing. But you know what's also embarrassing is my mom driving me everywhere at 23. I'm just gonna face my fear. I'm just gonna face my fear, and I might cry and it might be hard. I'm gonna do it because I can't be living like this anymore. That's my 2 cents for the day. And now I'm going to finish doing my eyebrows. Permit has been obtained.